Hello, people. Well, pleased to announce I got a new hero. I was actually reading up my articles a little bit ago, and I ran across well, I don't know if you'd call it entertainment or what type of article it actually was, but it was talking about a guy named Blair. He's the author now of a book called Nothing to Lose and Everything to Gain. He said that he started a tech company called 24/7 Tech at 21. And he's invested with the money he made with that company. He's actually reinvested in a bunch of startup companies. Then I'm assuming from the way the article read, he sold his 24/7 Tech company but stayed the CEO. And in 2008, when the bottom fell out of everything and that company's stock had gone to the point that the people that owned it were writing it off, he reinvested his own money back in the company. Just according to the article, it said he went all in and reinvested everything in the company itself. And supposedly they brought it back from basically being worthless to a $15 million a month company. And they did that in 16 months. That's saying something. Didn't really go into detail about what they did to bring it back, but that's a heck of a recovery. It even won him an award. Well, what made this kind of special was that this guy was a former gang member, which most of those you don't really ever expect to get out and do anything much with their life at all. And here this guy's a CEO. What further makes it interesting is that he didn't have anything more than a 9th grade education. And of course in the article I read, he goes into all kinds of detail about how the education system in the country is just falling apart. Talking about how the cookie cutter education that they try to give these kids nowadays is obviously not working very well at all. But he made all this money, got all this experience, and just like I've been saying right along, I'm in total agreement with this guy. Having a college degree can't hurt you. It can only help. But just like the guy said in the article, you cannot base a person's worth or their ability to do their job on whether or not they've got a piece of paper that says they wasted 4 years of their life in school. Now, it's a little more personal for me because this gentleman also has ADD, I think they said, and dyslexia. I'm a little bit worse off on that myself personally because I have ADHD and partial numeric dyslexia, which means that occasionally I'll get numbers jumbled up. But I thought it was really, really neat. He said that if he was put in charge or called upon to be put in charge of the educational system, that he would privatize it and make it a you do well, you get rewarded monetarily type of arrangement with the teachers and the different communities. You see, because when you've got to compete for your money, you're more apt to do a better job. You're prone to be a little more serious with what you're teaching and customize the teaching to match the student, which I thought that was just gold. Yeah, I'm really, really impressed with what I read about that gentleman, and it takes a lot to impress me. I'm not easily impressed with people in general, and that guy, just reading that article and some of the things he said, just impressed me to no end. I don't usually get all sappy about somebody, but the article that I read on this guy just really, really impressed me. It impressed me a lot because of the fact that I share a lot of the same similarities as far as ailments and stuff go that this guy has. And it was also impressive enough to me that he pulled himself out of the situation that he was in and started his own little thing out, which I could probably do myself, but I'd need some help with it. And basically now he's a CEO and invested in several companies. I mean, it just, even despite all his ailments and his lack of education, like I said, I'm impressed with this guy because he managed to pull himself out of the situation that he was in, and to even be part of a company that's billing $15 million a month in this economy is just amazing. I mean, it just boggles my mind. I have no concept of how that's even possible. Kind of thought that was impressive. I'm curious to see what most of you think of this. I do appreciate each and every one of you watching. You have a good day.